this. Why are we doing this?
Well, we're in the position of selling to a lot of brands around the world, and we're also selling to a lot of manufacturers around the world. And what they have asked us for is something that they can direct consumers to a site, an Instagram page, social media that the consumer can see and can feel good about the purchase they're making and can understand sort of the cultural significance of the fur business and also the environmental impact that the purchase that they're going to make has. And what we've done is we've created a website, and we started with beaver because some of our beaver customers were actually the first ones to ask for it, but we've expanded into raccoon. Even our Chinese customers are asking for some place to direct the consumers because Chinese are becoming more environmentally conscious as well. But anyway, we developed a site where it has a QR code, and the QR code can be put on the item, and the consumer can go right at point of purchase and scan it, and it'll direct them to the website, and it'll show them that purchasing a felt hat made out of beaver or a raccoon coat, but could significantly impact the environment in a positive way and not in a negative way. And we're also the website and the research we did was sort of from the tact of we're going to make no apologies for wearing fur because it is an environmentally sustainable product. It's been around forever, and the animals that we do target have been around forever. We're not depleting any resource, and like for instance in the case of a beaver, it actually is probably a carbon negative imprint on the environment when we harvest a beaver because obviously a beaver harvests a lot of trees, and they sequester carbon. So we're showing them that hey, this is an environmental solution in the clothing that they wear, and then we're also taking the tack that if they don't decide to wear fur, if they do decide to wear some polyester blended or polyester fabric that goes into a landfill or that creates microplastics, it will be there in that landfill forever. Whereas
It's hard to hear for them.
is it a little hard to hear? All right, let's bring that in a little bit. Whereas if you use a natural product like beaver, not only will it at some point decay when it is disposed of, but it is typically going to stay in the possession of the consumer for a much longer period of time. Typically when we think of fast fashion, we think of just one season of wear out of an item. As a matter of fact, the statistics show that 25% of all fast fashion items are never even used. They're just discarded. Either the store throws it away or the consumer throws it away. And with fur garments, can you hear me now? And with fur garments, they can last for many seasons. And then when they are disposed of, they do degrade, and they're biodegradable, and they're part of a natural ecosystem.
Okay, great. And so who is Wild Fur Forever for?
Okay, Wild Fur Forever is for everybody, and that means that anybody can contribute to the site. It's open source. We on the site we encourage people to submit their own research. Of course, we'll make sure that it's good research and that it's peer reviewed. Everything that we have on there for research now is well documented research. We didn't just make anything up. So we're going to make sure that it's that it is good research. It is Neva, my daughter, has done most of the work, and also my son is an environmental engineer, and they've done a lot of the work this summer to get the website started. But my daughter's in school, so she won't be doing all the work. But so we do own it, but it is for everybody. And when I say everybody, even if it's another fur dealer or anyone that has a situation where they want the consumer to be able to see, in a very simple way, the environmental impact that that clothing purchase is going to make. If they want to use that, they are certainly welcome to it. This research is out there, for anybody, and it's in a real concise manner. that consumer can see it quite easily. So if you're my direct competitor, you're certainly welcome to use it. You're welcome to tell your customer, hey, this is something you can show consumers. We obviously fund it, but it is out there for everybody, and we also encourage anybody to contribute to the website if they would like to. If they have some research that they know about for a particular item, where we encourage them to submit it, and we'd love to work with them. And if a brand or a retailer needs something point of sale to show the consumer that it's a responsible choice environmentally, we're there to help them out. They can certainly use our website as and our social media for that.
And how can people help, or who can help?
Well, one way that I would say that trappers and hunters can help more than any way is to follow our Instagram page and to check out our website, to share like videos like this on Facebook. Any exposure that we have, the more follows we have, the more exposure that this has, the more of a chance that you're going to have a consumer see it. I mean, we've had just in that we've sort of done it, did sort of a not a real live launch of this, and just without any advertisement whatsoever, we are so surprised at the response that we've gotten from consumers, from retailers, from all aspects of the fur trade. We are just overwhelmed. So what we need is people to get this out there so that people that are selling fur, or people that are even thinking about selling a natural product like fur, can have access to this. And I think that's where, because this website is really and truly for trappers and hunters, because they are the people that are going to directly benefit from it. And we want them to feel a part of it, and we also want them to have something that they can do in the process, and that is to promote the exposure of this, so that it has more validity, because the more people that see it, the more people that see these videos, the more people that see the truth about the true environmental impact of fur, and the true environmental impact of like microplastics and the problems associated with fast fashion. And it's especially this spring during COVID, how many millions of pounds of fast fashion were just thrown away this spring, whereas the fur garments, no fur garments were thrown away.
Okay. And something I just want to add is, we did work with people all along the supply chain for this entire process. So brands, manufacturers, and dealers. And so this story that we have put out there is really what they want. And so, the more that you can share it, the better. And we just want to get it out there.
Yeah, I would just like to add on to that. Yeah, I mean, it was in particular a small group of customers that were asking for this, but as and they were mostly European customers that wanted this. But as we shared it with our Chinese customers, they said, hey, Chinese people, they're just as interested in the environmental impact of their clothing purchases, and they're a little more raccoon purchasers, and they want to see what they purchase, how is it going to impact the environment, and we know that this is what they want, because the retailers and the manufacturers have told us and said, hey, all that's stopping us from making this sale is some way to tell the consumers. And it's so difficult to try to explain to a consumer, but the new consumer wants to shoot a QR code and see, hey, this is a great purchase, and that's what we're trying to do in a very concise manner. Anything else?
I think that's all.
Okay,
Thank you
so
very much.
one thing I just want to add is please follow us on Instagram. I know it's not Facebook, but anybody that's on Instagram, we want to get as many followers and shares as we possibly can, and share our story. We share a lot of on Instagram. We share a lot of Fur Information Council, or FICA, or
The International Fur Federation, where we've been working with them to
IFF.
get information out, and we've been posting statistics and pictures to get the word out about how fur is really sustainable.
All right, so sustainability is what we're working on, and we need your help. And any input you have is, we certainly welcome it. If you want us to do another video and you have a bunch more questions for us,
What's the Instagram
It's Wild Fur Forever.
and the website
Wildfurforever.com.
and the links on our website?
The link is on GFW.